Hey you guys, it's me, it's Nita, and I'm back for another Power Book 2 Ghost Episode 3 review. The title of the episode is called Play the Game. Okay. My bad, y'all. Okay. Anyway, so status report is turn up. Turn up. Although it felt like a filler episode, didn't much happen, but some things happened. There was a lot of character development. We saw a lot going on between Professor Milgram and Professor Reynolds. We saw a lot going on with the Tejada family. We got the introduction to Lorenzo, the kingpin that is locked up, and we got to see his power status and where he fell in the game. We got to see a lot from Drew, Drew, Diana, and Kane. And so I just felt like it really it did something for me. It gave me something. So turn up worthy character is Tamieka. Tamieka came in there and gave Miss Tasha the blues, honey. Gay Tasha another L, y'all. Count them up. But it was so funny to me. The way she handled the cross-examination, McLean, I'm gonna just call him Davis. Davis set up a mock trial for Tasha because Tasha believed that she can go on the stand. And little do she know, she cannot. So he sets up this mock trial, which she is paying for. There's that. Then Tamieka came in there. First, she came in there. She got her. Well, I'm not talking about Tamieka now, but the mock trial, touch a little bit on that. How they pulled her out, unbeknownst to her, and just pulled her out and got her in the glam squad. Got her in a chair. Got her looking good in a nice little suit and stuff. And she was looking real good. She was looking good. So, we went through with that, and she went to the courthouse. Davis told her that we about to put you on the stand. And she did real good telling her part, which usually is the case when people are in their element telling their story the way they want it to be portrayed. Everything's sweet. Everything is sweet, but baby, Miss Tamieka walks in and she gets in there. Boy, she said, "You mean to tell me that James killed Silva out of jealousy of you? He wasn't jealous of you no more. He had moved on to Angela. That was Angela's man." I said, oh. I said, damn. She was curring up. She was curring her. I was like, that was like a clutch the pearls moment too. I was like, ooh, shit. I had to put her somewhere on the timeline. So, also she did so good. She impressed Davis, and Davis was like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to jump on this team. The black dream team, I need you. You're the best and all this other stuff. She politely declined and promptly said, "I'm looking forward to my check." I said, "Okay, Tamieka girl, you better do it." Turn down worthy character is, I don't know. I don't really want to put Monet as the turn down worthy character, but it was something about the way she was handling Diana that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I mean, I guess just like I feel like Ghost and Monet are polar opposites, where in some drug and crime families, they want their they're grooming their kids to run the empire, and that's what that was. And then we also had Ghost, on the other hand, didn't want his family to touch or see or even be exposed to that lifestyle. So there's that. So it was something about, like, she wanted she plays ball similar to Zeke. And she was saying that she wanted to play ball, she wanted to go to school. And then Monet's like, nah, we're not doing that. And what she's doing is grooming her kids for the woman to be front and center. So if you notice how she's taking the reins, and she probably was, just like Tasha was handling Ghost, you know, how your partner handles you accordingly. And just like Tasha had a hand in the business with Ghost, I believe Monet had a similar hand. And then when Lorenzo got locked up, then she had to take the reins. But she has groomed her children, her boys, to take orders from the woman. So that's why she's always grooming Diana, talking about she's setting the chess pieces up. She was like, what are you seeing? What should he do? Because her kids, her boys are there to take orders. And you gotta have somebody to get an order. You know, you have some people who are leaders, and there's some people who are executioners. And so this is the dynamic that she has set up. And so naturally, she wants Diana as the think piece of the person that's giving the orders that's similar to what she's done for herself. So that's what I see in my personal opinion. And yeah, so, but you know, that's the thing. The thing is about that, I wonder, with that comes another choice that Tyreek might have to come under, because Tasha has become one entity and Monet has become one entity. But I don't think that Monet is not going to take her under his wing, similar to like what a Kane did for him. And I see he keeps trying to make these advances, and she keeps on kind of like back up. You know what I'm saying? Like she not messing with him at all. And so I thought there was gonna be this thing where you was gonna have to choose between Team Monet and Team Tasha for Tariq. Maybe she'll warm up to him, but she is like declining all his advances to get closer to her, which she should. You know, I don't have any problem with that at all. But yeah, you know, because you know he wanted to be a part of the game, and then she has her children a part of the game, and he was raised the other way. And so I'm just thinking that he trying to take a liking to her, but she ain't feeling it. She is not happy. She like, I got my own kids. Kane ain't had no kids. You know, he took the kid that Ghost turned into his son. He turned Sean into his son. He took him out, and then he took Ghost son underneath his wing and turned him out. I was just like, it was a mess though. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Creep Ambassador Award goes to Professor Jabari. Mr. Reynolds, sir, come to the front of the class. There is to be no fucking on the students. Hello. Can we not do that again? All right. So anyway, so the grad student came. Let me just set up the scene. The grad student came. She was smitten with Reynolds. Read the book, and she was like, "Ooh, you know, I want to be like Carrie and all this other stuff." And she was coming on hot and heavy. And I don't know if anybody was gonna be able to, you know, not take those advances. But I mean, you should. But she was putting it on pretty heavy, child. And Professor Carey was in her office right next door, hearing it all go down. And she was just looking like, oh. And I was like, I almost thought she was going to get up and go in there. Like, you know how you watch on Pornhub, how you see the little people and they be looking and they be all like, girl, was you about to do that? And that's what it looked like, but she didn't. She just she kindly got her laptop and left after hearing all the moans and groans. Also, him giving Tariq no credit. Like, I think he could have docked his paper, but no credit for a 20-page paper. I just thought that was to teach a lesson. Like, you still could have got the lesson. You still could have talked to him and gave him that. But I mean, for him to put all that work in, I was feeling the way. I was just like, maybe. But you know, with men, they do consequences a little differently. I noticed that with my son's father. He is very hard on Kevin, and he gets the gets the results of him being very hard on him. But me, I'm hard, but only to a certain extent. So, and that's why I get a lot of the foolishness and the foolishness. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Let me get off that. Okay. Okay, so the MVP of the episode, I'm gonna give it to your boy Kane. I'm gonna give it to your boy Kane. I got Braden. He's coming in as close second. But Kane, man, he came through in a clutch, man, with Drew. Man, Monet said, because, okay, there was a problem with the GTG gang. This is some associates that work for them. And they are this new age, flashy, internet hype, putting all your business and being flashy and all that stuff on the internet and on social medias. And the fans be watching. And so Diana came up on it first. She said, we got to tell Ma. And she came around the corner like, tell me what. And then so she was like, oh, hell no. And she stormed off. Did you see that walk that she gave? I was like, okay, baby. Okay. So anyway. I mean, I thought she was going to at least do some switching, some walking, some something. But I was just like, it was like one of them dumb pump. I was like, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. It was too funny. But, so she went to go call Lorenzo on the burner phone. Talked to him, and he said, send Drew to handle it. She was like, send Drew? She was like, Drew can't handle him. I can send Kane. Kane can handle him. He said, no, what I say, send Drew. So apparently what is going on is that Lorenzo still got his ear to the streets. And people is telling him how hot-headed Kane is. Obviously, that got to be what it is. He's telling him that he's hot-headed. He's killing everybody. He's like, I mean, he just about it. So basically, somebody that's kind of like that and never let anybody else do the dirty work for them, they may have a shorter life expectancy. Something may happen where, you can't expect for Kane to handle everything and he'd be gone the next day. He's here one day, gone the next. And so I'm thinking he was like, he's too unpredictable. He's too this, he's too that. He said, let Drew handle it because Drew's a little bit more logical. And so Monet was like, all right, whatever. So she goes to Drew. She goes to all three of them. So Kane ready to step up. He stepped up talking about this. Yeah, what's up, Mom? What we going to do? What Pop say? And then so he was like, she said, Drew going to handle it. Everybody said, Drew? Drew even said Drew. So because he ain't about that life. So, child, so then Monet was like, yeah, go ahead and handle it. Then she said, Kane, I want you to go there and look after your brother. I don't want him to even know that you're there, and he don't want you to see him. He don't want him to see him. Just look out for him and make sure, what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, she gave him those orders. And so I'm going on to the best scene. The best scene, Drew going to the GTG place, went to the spot or whatever. He went in there all logical, a wise person said, before you tear somebody down, you build them up. So he tried to take a play out of that page book, and it didn't go so well for Mr. Drew. I was just like, he was like that dude, what's his name, Wop, Lil Wop. He was hella disrespectful. He was talking a lot of hot shit. He was talking a lot of that hot shit, and I was just like, Then he was like, he said, would you come over here and got Monet interrupt? What is she interrupting me for? And then I was like, oh, that's how you talk about the new person in charge? I said, oh, and your mother, Drew. That's not how that's supposed to work. So then, after he already disrespected you and your mother, because disrespecting your mother is disrespecting you, he still gives him the compliment. And then he was just like, Oh yeah, and then he started showing, like, you know, being on social media, and then so Drew was like, about that. You know what? You gonna have to slow down with that. You know, my mom old school. She don't want none of the stuff on the internet because it may, you know, cause problems with, you know, with the feds, with people, somebody getting popped, trying to get snatched up, trying to figure out who's the head of the operation, excuse me. And yeah, we can't be doing that. Then he was just like, man, why she keep messing with me? Maybe she keep fucking with me because she ain't had no dick in a decade. That's why she want to be on my dick. So then, that's when Drew gets up. He puts his hand in his back because he had the strap. He had it. So he put his hand up, but he never drew it. And so I think that's when Lil Guap got up. But then all at the same time, Kane pops up. And when Kane popped up and he had that hoodie on, I said, y'all know y'all better do it. Gave him that joke. Man, Lil Guap, he was physically shaken when he saw Kane. And that is what you call respect. So, Drew, that's what you should have went in there on that mindset. First sign of disrespect, you should have just acted, you should have flipped to a whole nother Drew, the other side of Drew. You got to get your respect. You have to get your respect out here in these streets. And he even said it. He was like, this ain't even your Steve. What you doing over here? This is more like Kane. Like, I'm expecting Kane to come through here, not you. And so, yeah, when he said that, I was like, you already knew. But when he came there, he was like, oh, no, we good. We good. I think Kane must have heard that comment about his mother being on his dick. And he showed up like, I was like, And then Drew was looking at him. It undermined Drew like a mug. It did. But you were supposed to handle your business. If you handle your business, he wouldn't even have to jump in there like that. And then, so, you know, Kane just being stupid old Kane. He just started shooting up the place. He wasn't shooting at nobody or nothing like that. He just started shooting. And then as soon as they left out, the police was on him like that. And why was the police on him like that, you ask? Because they on social media acting a donkey. So yeah, so that's why that whole thing was happening. He's like, we watching them. We got police close to their spot and all this stuff. We watching how they move. Ramirez told Monet. So then one of the guys in the cruisers jumped out and started chasing after Kane and Drew. They ran. So Kane was getting ready to put in that work. Drew was like, we can't kill no police officer. He said, you not, man. I am. He had that. I said, he be about that life. You hear me? So he was about to come through with the clutch again. But Ramirez pulled up and said they went the other way. They went that way, saving his life. That man don't know how. He's about to get it. So, yeah. So, anyway, I enjoyed that scene. That scene was pretty good. Again, best dialogue was Tamieka running it down on Tasha. So, yeah. And then she even pulled out. He also was leaving her behind for Ramona Garrity for Albany. He was leaving the family behind, you behind. He wasn't even thinking about y'all. So he had to be eliminated, right? So he had to go. Is that why Jane St. Patrick is no longer with us? She did her thing. So, like I said, I enjoyed that scene as well. Clutch My Pearls. Ramirez. Whew, girl, I saw the sweat was coming down I was like, oh God, he about to get But Ramirez coming through to save that officer, because Kane was ready to give him that work. The WTF moment, I guess that Lorenzo calling Tasha, telling her that Tariq works for him now, us now, or him or us, whatever you say, and tell him to do what we say, or he dies. I said, damn, we gotta go all the way there to die. Okay, you know, that's how the drug game go. I guess it's so a piece of heck. All right. So anyway, it's a couple more points I want to talk about. Touch on was the conjugal visit, whatever, you know, when you having marital sex in the prison. So Monet, I need Mary J. Blige, I need you to loosen up, baby, because these scenes, you gotta be with these men sexually, and you ain't giving nothing. And I mean, I can understand you ain't even giving nothing post-coital. Like, I don't know. Like, you was in the bed with your bra on, girl. Like, who does that? So I don't know. And the same thing when she had sex with Ramirez. I was just like, well, what kind of sex scene is this? Like, it was PG. I don't know. But anyway, he was saying that he didn't like what was going on in the street. So I got, like I said, his ears to the street. People coming back telling him how she's moving, what she's doing. He didn't really say exactly what it was, but he kind of referred to the kids, and he was saying that they're not kids anymore. Like, you've groomed them. Now you have to let them take their places as adults. And so he was like, he wanted Diana to go to school, because you remember her little fast ass. She got on, not fast, but she got on the burner phone and called her daddy on one that Monet didn't know about. And asked him, like, Pops, can you, we said, Poppy, can you see if Mommy let me go to school? And all this other stuff. So she done already planted the seed. So when you keep on planting seeds and then the seed come back to you, you know where it started from, right? So yeah. So Monet figured it out that she went to him, asked him. She didn't find proof the first time, but she found it the second time. But he basically just wants Drew to be groomed to take over. He said he didn't want her to be in this position. Something tells me she has no problem with being in this position, and because of patriarchy, he just want the boys to be in charge, and whatever. Talking about you can't do this forever, and why not? I mean, unless I don't want to do it forever, but who are you to tell me I can't do it forever? Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. So, but like I said, Monet wants Diana to be the brains of the operation. Diana don't want no parts of it. She was like, man, the boys can handle it. Pops want to. She was like, yeah, your father want a whole lot of stuff. I was like, I don't know. I don't even think she liked that man. I said she liked the power, and like I said, a lot of the hustlers' wives and stuff like that, you be in a certain situation for so long, it just is what it is. And I think that's what it is. Like, I don't think that she even really rock with him like that. I mean, she seemed a little bit like, she was rubbing on a little bit, asking, was he okay? I'm going to send you some stuff. You know what you got to do as a, with your lovers. So, yeah, this Tariq and Zeke thing is going to come to a head. And I don't know. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that something is going to happen later on in the show, because Professor Milgram and Professor Reynolds, that whole, it's so random and so out the blue and so irrelevant to everything. I just think it's inappropriate, and Tariq gonna catch him, and he gonna be blackmailing him for grades, getting with all the stuff that you want me to tell on you, make you lose your job. So I'm thinking that's probably a back pocket thing. That's why I said the same thing, because I'm thinking how Tariq thinks, and he plays the card when he needs it. So I'm assuming with Professor Milgram, Carrie, if he got to come down to messing around with her, he may, but I think it's gonna be a blackmail type situation because Reynolds controls the grades and stuff like that. So, yeah. And also, y'all, can y'all answer me this question? Why don't nobody know about St. Patrick? Why don't nobody know about the St. Patricks? They're a high profile family. He was getting ready to be lieutenant governor of New York, the state that they live in. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess Monet may keep on digging and keep on trying to find out some things and whatever. But yeah, I guess maybe don't nobody know who the New York distributor was. Like, y'all running drugs. Like, I didn't know. Because at first, cause, I thought maybe they didn't run in the drug game. Maybe they were in the gun game or something like that. Because I was just like, I don't understand how nobody knows about. Well, you know what? The St. Patrick and Ghost image, they are not meshed together yet. Ghost has his own identity. The only people that know that, I think, are the people like Sachs, Cooper Sachs, and Rodriguez and Tamieka and all them people like that. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. And that was that's the reason why the DNC doesn't want that to come out. His other side of his business, because it's gonna look bad on them. So, yeah. So it was a decent episode. I liked it. It was solid. And so anyway, I want y'all to get down in the comments if it's something that I left out that you want me to talk about. Get down in the comments and let me know. Tell the diva hi. Till next week. See you later.